been acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. So many times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore, although a stranger in this continent, I'm always in bloom for you.
Good afternoon. I have been out here all morning and it was raining, so I got my wet gear on. And I'll just very quickly show you what I've been doing. I'm trying to just clear. It's really just a case of clearing the whole thing, but we're trying to do it in kind of stages so that it's easier to process. So Rob still has to come back and top these as low as he can get them, and the rest on the wall. So then we'll be able to see the wall eventually. I'll let you show you. There's a lovely bit of the wall just poking through. What there is left of it, it's hard to know. But here you can see the old stones poking through under the, and it just runs all the way down and all the way up. I'd imagine because of these massive spruce, it really will have damaged the wood. It'll be quite damaged in places. But anyway, look, we see how we go. So I've just started clearing everything and pulling it all out, and sort of keeping a pile for mulch, which I have down over just behind the little piece of wall here. Just behind the little piece of wall here, I have a mulch pile. And kind of pulling them to here, processing them into either long logs, which need to be chainsawed. Then the chainsaw pile, Rob comes along and does those. Then the chainsaw pile grows here, and Ash chops. You can see his axe is over there. And there is Toffee. Hi, Toffee! Oh, Toffee's happy it's not raining anymore. And it's actually a little bit warmer today. It's about 6 degrees, so it's warmed up a bit. So that's all good. I can't really do a whole lot with these. Rob had started to stack them here, and I'd imagine he'll keep going with a few more rows, but we have so much wood, it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit crazy. I'm pulling these out, cutting the sides off, and then letting them for the lads to process. And then there's all sorts of little things that we found underneath. There's some old beams that Rob wants to use here, and an old pipe. So lots of things that came off the end of the barn there when we first took it down. Hello. Hello. Would you like to say hello, Losty? Lost likes to say hello every now and again, but they've all very much like sitting on top of this spruce. It seems to be the top spot for watching the land. Losty? Yeah. You're a good girl, aren't you? You are. Yeah, you give everybody a kiss on YouTube? Oh, kissy kissies. Lovely. So that's what we're at. So I'm going to keep going, pop you down somewhere, and it's very daunting doing this because it seems like a bit of a never-ending process, but kind of once you get stuck in and you start seeing the land develop underneath, you do, yeah, it gets, you know, it's getting exciting, isn't it, Lost? Yeah. Well, Roo, the day is nearly done. Hello, Clem. Hello, Clem. Good girl. And we've got a lot to do yet.
We're out in it, it's minging. All of these need to be chopped, all of those need to be cut, all of those need to be chopped. We need to clear out everything from the shed. Look, basically we have all this wood, but we don't have anywhere to put it. I need to repair our wood store up there, and we need to restore this wood store. It used to be called the Bull House, wasn't it, Claire?
Yeah.
So I think Mike used to have a few cows, and he kept the cows in here in the little bays, and then in the middle was a calving shed, but the bull was kept here. Is this what's the name of the bull?
What's the name of the bull?
Yeah, Pansy or something. Fancy Pants.
No.
What's the name of the bull?
What was it? Panty Bliss.
So there was a bull that was called Panty Bliss because we thought...
He wasn't alive then.
Anyway, this was a bull house. So what we're going to do, you can see on top, the ivy is really bad on it. We are going to remove that ivy. We're going to see if the tin roof is still okay. Possibly it just is a beam at the back that needs to be corrected, I think.
No, the whole thing needs to come off.
There is some holes, yeah. So this is broken at the back, so it only has one beam here and one beam there. So we're going to try to restore them, and then we are thinking we will fit another post here and somehow extend the whole thing. Everything in there needs to be moved. These need to be moved. This is the beginning of our metal pile right here, and this is why we need to get rid of the trees, because we need to actually get rid of the metal and get some money for it. So what are you looking for, Claire?
Well, I was looking to see if we might be able to get the blocks down here.
Yeah?
But this is just a big pile of...
Bags.
Yeah, and more metal.
There's metal everywhere here.
Or like metal sheets.
Yeah.
But I might be able to clear them. And if I could... I can't really drop them down over the wall.
I just think we may just have to like reverse the tractor here somehow. I need to cut all of these wood, basically. That's the first thing I'm going to do, just so you can get a tractor down here, and then I think it's just a case of moving them and restacking them somewhere else.
That's just where? That isn't like miles away.
Spot. I have Rooney standing up there and I have Claire standing up here. Like, what are you doing?
I try to move the metal a little bit further over and push the blocks there. That's a possibility. This is all very light.
Yeah, you could try. We might need to move this and a few things first.
I can't move that. That's stuck under something else. So you can chainsaw that one, or I can cut it off space.
Yeah, it'd be great storage.
You might decide that you just want to put a roof on this here. So just bring it to here. You know? I don't know. Anyway, I'll clear the bikes and...
Clear the bikes and clear the concrete? Or you want to clear this first? I might
see if I can get the metal out of the way somehow.
Yeah.
Alright, so this little bull house is free. So I can start to... I need to move these blocks. I plan to just literally push the metal heap a little bit further that way so that I don't need to move these blocks that far. it just seems like such a, not a waste of time, but like a lot of time needed to do it, I guess. And we don't know when we're going to need these blocks yet, so I don't think there's any point in going crazy. I'm absolutely soaked, but it's fine. Once you're dressed for it, it's absolutely fine. It has got heavier now, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. But anyway, and then after, well, between the block moving, to see how we go with that, I've got to see if I can get this roof off. Because if we get this roof off, then we can really plan, because we plan to make this whole area a woodshed, and it's actually quite wide, so it's much bigger than I actually realised. So I suppose we just keep at it, really. It keeps raining and keep getting wet.
As I look for a better way to get through another boring day, oh yeah, oh yeah. I turn to you for a little while, hoping to catch a forbidden smile, oh
I got that done. Didn't quite fit. The bits are a bit rusty. They don't quite fit very well, but they'll do fine. And look at this legendary extra bit of firewood store. Happy days. Good morning from another update from the rainforest.
Yeah, not as bad as yesterday, but back in the muck.
Pretty gross. We were completely drenched to the bone, to the core last
in fact,
night.
I should have showed it. You hosed me down
Yeah,
in my clothes, in my raincoat.
I had to hose
Because-
Claire down.
That was
And-
just disgusting.
I had a shower, and very unlike me, I started falling asleep so early. I went to bed. It completely drained me. I was up cooking as well. Anyway, that's a
Yes.
different video.
But
I don't know what Claire showed you, but she
can't
did
remember
a
if I did an update. I thought I did.
very good job moving all of the concrete from here to there, and we have our house clear. We've made a little bit of a path here just to keep the water back. Ideally what we need to do is to move this. It's like a ton of sand, and it's actually just too heavy for my digger at the minute. We will move the sand a little bit. We'll take out maybe half the sand, move it elsewhere, and then I can drag that off. But next week I gotta remove all of these chainsaw. Well, I gotta chainsaw all these logs, and we gotta move in there, so that's part of next week's job. At the minute we have a lot of logs and we've nowhere to put them, so we have access now to a path, so we can start to take these down and stack them here. But first we have to fix this up. It has, or maybe you've shown this already, it has a roof which is very rotten. We've started to peel these back. I don't know whether it's just rotted or maybe a tree fell on it, although it does look quite rotten there. All right, so it seems to have just broken here. Our options, really, well, we don't really have options. We gotta like take all of the ivy off the top and then remove the roof, I think is the best thing, isn't it?
I think the ivy, despite the fact that it doesn't look like there's a lot
Falling
there,
apart.
it's still quite heavy.
And
So
the ivy
let's see
is
if I can get
probably,
up there.
no, you can't get up.
Why?
To stand on the roof.
No, up on the wall.
Yeah, the ivy's holding it together. We got to peel it all back. And then we got to raise the roof on one side. Either we're going to raise it here, which might be the easiest, or we raise it at the back. I'm not certain, but that's the job. And then Claire's probably showed,
That's really interesting.
this is
Rob.
where loads more concrete blocks are just leveled here. What's interesting?
I actually thought that this was facing the other way, so that it would run off the back, because he has a gutter on the back. But it's not. It's running long ways, which means it was always going to fall here.
Yeah.
I assume you wanted to do it this way.
I'm not
Why
sure.
not?
Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe If we remove this pallet, I think our options are to lift that up and tilt it back,
Okay.
and we can tilt the whole thing forward to here. Or the other option is to build it up here high and run it backwards. So if we do it this way, the span is going to be shorter because the width isn't as long here. That span would be quite big. So we'll have to build that up by something.
Yeah.
Rooney just sits with us in the rain and gets drenched, and she's the same thing. As soon as we went in a 5, she sat in front of the fire
And
and
wake
did
up.
not move
Didn't even
for
go
the
to
whole
toilet.
night. She there, dinner.
Yep.
So this weather, it's just sapping working in it, is it?
It is.
It's not
well,
cold.
No, it's not cold, but it's just the getting wet. But tomorrow is meant to be really good, so we just have to hope for that. Why do you have to sit in the rain?
I hate you. I hate you. I curse on your families. You are dead to me. Dead to me. Right, so you get up there on the roof. I'll take off this pallet and we shall... I need to find the beam. I see a couple of beams that'll work. They're from the old barn. I think we'll recycle them.
And there's this piece here that's just sitting literally under one or two of the big pieces,
Yes,
the framed bit.
yes. Let's go. Let's go again. Oh God. This side, clear side, there's not really anything there. Go on. Back.
Unless I attach just a nice big rope and just pull it off.
Okay, I've got a bit.
With a sky that's dark in the land of idols
That's it.
that all fall apart.
That's it.
When the darkness crumbles,
We need a brush now, do you reckon? This is too heavy still. Yard brush.
Yeah, it's here.
the voice that calls us
Maquillage.
until we find.
Suppose I'll go get the angle grinder.
Oh, look at this. Just found a date of when someone built this. Oh man, sorry, it's wet. Now, the 10th of November 93. So the Bull House is 93, 32 years old, something like this. Anyway, yeah, we don't have any name next to it. I thought I might see an MR, but no. So 93. Great little house. Funnily enough, like there is blocks in it, but then some of it, definitely this part here, seems to be like definitely just shuttered on. And we do know that the man who was in the family that were here before the people who we bought the house from, he was mad into concrete. Everything was making everything out of concrete. So maybe it was him that made it. I don't know. I'm not sure what year he passed away. So there's a steel pole here. The bottom of the steel pole doesn't look the best, but it actually feels quite solid. So that's kind of handy. Checking it out, Ruth, checking it out.
don't think it's going to get any dirtier though, you know. Edge there.
Yeah. Then that depends on which way you want it to go. Not brilliant at it, but you know what? It's good for taking your anger out.
Okay folks, just wanted to give you a little update. It's the next day. We stopped the project yesterday because two reasons. Number one, the weather was minging. It was horrific to be working in. We were just drenched. The second thing is the space is way bigger than I thought, and we don't have enough roof covering. So that's a little sort of a shed that had a little lean-to roof, all had to be taken off. But then once we looked at the floor, like, this is huge. This is 20 square meters, I would say. Just a little bit under maybe. And we just didn't have enough roof coverings for that. So we paused it, and to be honest, we're not quite sure what to do with it, because we were going to use it for a wood store, but it just looks too big to use it as a wood store. At some point in the future, we are going to take down this barn, but in the near future we're going to take down the first barn, or this first or second barn. So everything from that barn has to either fit in here, or we have to build some storage there and fit it in here. So honestly, I'm kind of thinking we can use this and I don't need to build storage. So at some point in the future I might move a workshop in here, or we might roof it and I might use it as storage for furniture. So this feels like an awful waste just for wood. So we paused that. We have two other places to put wood to store. One of them is a little barn back down there, just at the back of the party barn. It's completely empty, we're not using it for anything. And the other one is the calving barn up here. There's absolutely nothing happening up there, so we might use that for storage. But the bottom line, basically, we've stopped working at this section. However, Claire, I've been splitting wood for a while here. It's tough, but I was doing some editing the other day, so Claire took a little bit of a chance of splitting wood. She was not having a good time at it. It's quite, as you could think, it's quite sort of challenging to do. It's quite physically demanding work. We had my son helping as well, and he was doing a great job. He enjoys it, but it's just slow. So we need to clear up this. We need to kind of make a bit more progress to eliminate that and to put it here. Actually, that's the other thing. My chainsaw is back in the shop. There was a problem with the bar on it. I think when they assembled it, you see, when I first got it on day one, it had a 14-inch bar, and I need a bigger bar. And when I went back to them, they didn't have the right one. They put on what they had. The chain broke. Probably it wasn't the right one. So anyway, that's all in there. It's been sorted. So I'm not chainsawing at the moment. I have to process that pile, but I have to split these logs here, and I need to split all of these. So a good friend of ours actually gave us a little splitter. So look at that. Hopefully this is going to be used a lot quicker, and hopefully just a big difference. So I appreciate the buddy for helping us. Rooney, as you might know, loves a little bit of football. So let's go. Oh, buddy. It's lovely to see a little bit of blue skies. Anyway, I guess until my chainsaw comes back tomorrow, I guess I am actually going to be splitting wood. So let me set you up and let me get to work. We got the chainsawing and the splitting done last night. There's a little bit left to do here. There is all of these guys that we never got split. We didn't get the roof on. It kind of feels like we didn't get much done, doesn't it?
It's just very slow.
Yeah, totally. It's very windy.
But then this last bit will be done tonight.
Which they
And
can't see
then
now because I turned the camera.
This bit. There.
That's
and
compost
then-
you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I'll take whatever I can from this pile.
Oh, go on.
And then I'll take what's in this pile and stack them. The rest has to be split. And then we're clear. And we're ready for moving past the car.
Anyway, that's what we got done this week. Next week we are going to get down. We're going to continue some splitting and we're going to start to make our way in front of the party barn. It'll be amazing
Around
to
the
see
corner,
that cleaned
yeah.
again. Don't know where we're going to put the wood though. Your wood store is looking pretty good, isn't it?
The wood store is unreal.
Not bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. That's next winter taken care of. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for everything, and we'll see you next week.
Slán go fóill.
Gur míle síle. What you mean? Is Rooney doing the outro today, Claire?
Yes.
Not too shabby. Kind of in the way. Rooney. Not too shabby.